Painting with Puccini is it's actually a painting performance that I've developed. I've been working on it for over a year now, and it's become a real passion in my life. I love to do this in front of different groups, all types of groups. It's doing live painting to music, recorded music, and the music that I selected is Puccini, the great Italian opera composer, and 6 pieces that I performed to are four out of the 6 are by Puccini. I think that I appeal to almost any type of audience. I've done it for senior citizen groups. I've done it for business people at business meetings, conventions. I've done it for fundraisers. I've done it for Rotarians. I've done it for private parties. And it doesn't matter if it's a small group or a large group, 10 people or 300 people or more. And the reaction is the same. They feel just as inspired as I do when the show is over. The message is basically the same, but it is tailored somewhat to different groups, depending if they're business people or, let's say, senior citizens. Sometimes I tell funny stories while I'm doing this. Whatever the audience feeds me, I play on that and try to get them involved so that when the painting starts, they're looking intently, listening to the music, and it's such an incredible melting together of the two visuals and the sounds and creating this fantastic atmosphere. What I do is I give a brief talk, maybe 15 to 20 minutes at the most, and that's when I tell my story. That's when I tell it what it is, how I became an artist. And then the second part is the actual painting itself. And this is the part that everyone is really excited to see. It builds up to this point, and they can't wait to see it. And I tell them, once the music starts, it's going to last for 22.5 minutes. And I'm going to actually take a blank piece of paper. I paint in watercolor doing this. And when the music starts, I'm going to do a drawing. And this is the road map to let me know where I'm going in the painting. The scene that I do when I'm doing this, playing Puccini, I like to do Italian type of scenes, whether it's in Venice, the Grand Canal, a Tuscan scene, Rome, or on the coast. And it fits so well with this type of music. And one goes hand in hand with the other. In 22.5 minutes, the painting is completed and it's framed. I frame it right before their eyes. And as the last crescendo plays, the final piece is brought up on the easel, and that's the end. When I started doing this, it was primarily for art groups, art associations, who the audience was mostly painters, and they wanted to know the methods of how I paint and all the particulars. And I decided to do it for a non-painting group to see what would happen. And I was extremely surprised that they actually reacted better than the art groups. And they were more interested in the whole process. And it was really interesting to see the questions that they had, even though they had never painted themselves. They wanted to know more about it, and every one of them said how inspired they were seeing this happen before their very eyes.